start.
Hello.
Hello, my friends. It's Wednesday, so I have Tracy. And I hope you will hear me well because your voice is so loud.
Teacher voice.
Yeah, so Tracy has a lot of questions for me. Thank you for sending them to her. For me, please send the questions under the video, so I will have some new questions for the next video on Friday that I will be doing. Okay, I'm ready.
So there were some people asking about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and we actually had this question as well on our live stream. So we wanted to just quickly circle back to what you saw for that.
Okay, and I saw a big part of machine, and it had a lot of pokey things. And I said that probably eventually they will have to make this into one wheel of big machine, and that will be probably one multi-international cryptocurrency for everyone, and it will be easy to find out who are the hackers. But it's hard to say because it's a huge machine, and it looks like they will have to kind of coordinate each movement like in a clock movement.
But that so for future of cryptocurrency.
It will still be, I don't know if the Bitcoin will be the dominating one, because it looks like there is so many and they have to create one that will fit all.
Yeah, so thank you to everyone that wrote in asking about that.
Because so many countries has problems with that, especially with the hackers when they can hack on this.
Yeah, it's a terrifying thought. Okay, so thank you for the widespread variety of questions. I always love it.
Thank you.
And it makes me a little bit nervous sometimes.
I am, because even I didn't ask you what the questions will be. Well, sometimes at least she will give me a picture of someone that she will be asking, and then not leaving me.
Or else sometimes I just feel overconfident in her abilities.
No, and I don't really know everyone, and I'm sorry.
So my first one is from Linda.
Thank you, Linda.
There was an initial agreement for providing, selling electricity between the state of New York and Hydro Quebec, so Canada. There was also a referendum in the state of Maine declining hydro lines passed through their state to provide electricity for Massachusetts. So my question is, what outcome can be expected for Quebec in selling our electricity to the USA and or other Canadian provinces? Will Quebec benefit moving forward with its green energy?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I went yesterday to a dentist, and I have a vision about repairing the tooth. So they will have to do the fillings, and so they will be doing some fillings where they are needed, and to maintain this. And it depends, if everything is correctly done, everyone benefits. Like I have to watch my teeth even without feeling that I can get anesthesia. So I was hearing a lot of my doctor, "You are a strong woman, Violetta, you are a strong woman." And I thought, oh gosh, finish this over and send me home. It is something that that will be still needed. I'm not saying that the sun electricity will be the main thing. They will have to still make the patches and watch what they are doing and repairing and maintain, because it's confusing. What if there will be a solar flare and the sun will be in trouble with us? But it will be the solar flare. The solar will be the main thing. I think the sun will be involved in many ways but not the full time. That still will be the part time will be for the regular way of electricity, and because the last time the card is to me part time, not the full horse, half horse, as I call it.
Thank you for that question.
And I know some of you are learning the way I'm explaining those cards, and everyone has different ways of.
Oh, and somebody was, I guess, asking how you knew what cards. We can see ourselves.
Oh yes, I was thinking I will answer that on my video. Yeah, I see the us in the screen, so I can see what cards I'm pulling. I'm not cheating.
I know some people only have like a little camera set up, but we actually can see ourselves like on the screen at the same time.
Yeah, we have the little camera here, but we are not using that one because it doesn't have the ability to see yourself, and it's like in a mirror. You are talking to yourself instead of looking at the camera.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Then we can make sure there's nothing stuck in between our teeth or anything too.
Yeah.
All right, this question.
And I will make a break. Tracy has a new dog. They adopted a 1.5-year-old puppy, yes, and she is already a mother of 5 babies, but the babies are gone. Well, they stayed with.
Yeah, they've weaned off
to another place, and they got the mommy.
Yeah.
And
she just stood out to us. She is
adorable. She's adorable, and her name is Queenie. Like first romance dog was Queenie, and he loved her to pieces. Oh gosh.
Yeah. So Queenie is the one that has an ear sticking out. Charlie is our other baby.
So this is on the right.
Yeah, so this is Queenie on this side over here. And she is an absolute sweetheart. And Charlie just already
Charlie is a huge giant, but he's marshmallow.
Yeah, he just loves her to bits already. So she's become a perfect fit for our family already. So we adopted her on Saturday.
Charlie can be intimidating for some people, but not for us.
Yeah, he's a big softie for us.
Yes.
So yeah, that's our exciting news. We adopted a new one. She's a perfect little fit for our family.
Not the little. She's medium-sized, much bigger than Vivi.
She's bigger than Vivi is, and bigger than what Annie was, but yeah.
But she has a nice temperament.
Yes. All right, from Jenny. Kyle Rittenhouse, the 17-year-old vigilante who shot and killed 2 protesters, I believe it was Wisconsin, during a Black Lives Matter protest. You remember this story?
Yeah, I did. I just answered that a little bit on the last video.
Oh, okay. The judge who apparently seems to be leaning on Rittenhouse's side said that the prosecutors are not allowed to call those who he killed victims, but instead has to call them rioters or looters. Today they will begin to choose a jury. What will be the outcome of this trial? Do you think he's going to be found guilty or?
And in my vision, I saw him on a balcony, like a White House balcony, so he will have a lot of privileges, protection, because the White House balcony is not for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And he's very young, and the face is like a baby face. And he was manipulated by the people around him to think that he can do things like that and he will be a hero to them. So this is a victim of being around the bad crowd, and they are making him even worse because the judge is letting him to think that he did something good. Yeah. So what will be the outcome? 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I see a gondola. Why? I see a gondola in Italy, in Venice. Some people will be singing to him, making him visible. Nothing really moving too fast forward. Yeah, he will fulfill his dreams, but he will have to go probably to jail for some time for the job that he did. But there will be a lot of prizes. Some of those people from the right wing he will be a hero to them, so they will be singing serenades, like on gondolas, they sing you serenades and so on. So that's my impression. When I was sitting in gondola, the guy was singing beautifully, louder than the other guy.
Love love that.
more romantic that way. Yeah, there will be probably people who will be thinking that, and they will make him to think that he was correct, and that's the worst thing they can do, because it is something that they should never allowed to be prized.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this question is from June. And I know that also, sorry, I'm just making sure I check names. Jessica had a question in kind of regards to this as well. So Alec Baldwin, I know this is still quite big right now. So June wrote in saying, I have a feeling that the live bullet put in Alec Baldwin's gun was intentional. He made fun of Don Don on Saturday Night Live. Was this done to ruin Alec Baldwin's life as a punishment?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
It is something like, I will just show the cards so I'm not cheating, I'm putting them away. I will explain them. It looks like washing hands. He will never probably stand up on Saturday Night Live as Trump, because he will feel that he wouldn't like to have any connection with that movement. I'm talking Alec. And he's devastated. It was done permanent to damage him. It's so sad that he was aiming in that lady. He shouldn't be aiming, so that he will take some responsibility for aiming. And they should put a shield between her and the camera so she wouldn't be hit. So there was some protocols that was not fulfilled, and that will be something that it will hit him back like a ricochet. And he is depressed. He is losing money on the movie. He lost her. He can't sleep. He is fighting with himself, and the shaky tower is devastating for him. And whoever did that was very successful to destroying him.
Do you believe that he will be charged for anything?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Screwing. He will feel that the pain of being screwed. Some legal responsibility, but they wouldn't be able to do too much to him, because he was looking after the whole movie. It was not his duty to put the bullet in that, and he was hearing that it's not loaded. So I don't think he will go to prison. He will have to spend a lot of money on lawyers and sacrifice a lot of money. And the legal thing will be, I don't think they will actually charge him, because he didn't want to kill anyone, and he was told that the gun is cold.
I think that my hope that is that out of all of this, that new stricter regulations end up coming down for...
When the Bruce Lee's son was killed, that was the stricter regulation. The regulations are already there. It's just they...
Getting stricter on following them.
To follow them. And after this, I think a lot of actors, a lot of movie producers will be over-obsessed with the guns when they are using them, and checking and checking and checking.
Which is how it should be.
And not overwhelming the staff, because she was doing, that lady who was responsible for putting loading the guns had 2 jobs. So if she will have one, she will be dedicated to that one job. But they were doing some cuts on that part, so that will be maybe not a crime to go to prison, but it will be some punishment, financial punishment for that.
Okay. Thank you to everyone that wrote in about that.
Thank you.
Okay. My next question from Wilson. People say Graceland is haunted by Elvis. Has Elvis Presley's spirit moved on, or does he still visit Graceland?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I see someone playing, so this is something that it works for everyone well if they are claiming that he is still there, because people can make money.
Yeah.
From his music, from his fame. And I remember the day that he died, I was in England, and a few days before, like 3 days before, I was in the Madame Tussauds Museum in London, and I had a picture with him.
With the wax figure?
Of course. So yes, I think that it's so profitable. I don't think he is there. It will be too boring for him. But he wants to go to another, he wants to rest and go with his new life and so on. But it is still very nice to believe that he is still hunting the place for people to celebrate that he is the biggest star over there. But he is with the angels and he's watching and enjoying the popularity. So maybe he is not going completely away.
From Kim, will Kamala Harris ever become president?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I always thought that she will, but it looks like someone who don't know how to use ironing board to do the ironing. The board is kind of...
That sounds like something out of the Three Stooges.
Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, I don't know if she will be a president. Honestly, I think she will have to learn how to iron and to smooth all those wrinkles that her party is going through, the dirty laundry, and then to wash them, and then to smooth everything. Otherwise, it will be impossible for even for Biden to think about the re-election. What happened yesterday was devastating. But I'm not saying that it's a damage. Actually, sometimes you have to go through the words and start waking up and thinking, okay, I don't have guarantee that in 2022 I will have the House and Senate. Better to wake up and start working hard, and especially Merrick Garland. He has to start working harder to punish those people who are guilty, and even to put the punishment on Trump, because otherwise he will get away with all those crimes. I'm watching Glenn Kirshner, and I'm so much on his page with the frustration that he is going through, and he is explaining this legal way because he is a lawyer. So he is telling the FBI to start working. We don't see any effects yet, not enough, and they can't think that they will have 2022 anymore after this wake-up shock, like being put with the taser yesterday. They have to start thinking. I thought, well, if they will win, they will think, okay, we will win everything. Now they have to start thinking and put more work. That will be good. Educate people with the success that Biden is doing for them, because most people are not aware. They are in a cave. They have to get out and know those secrets that Democrats are working on, because Don will be always saying whatever he did was so great, so blah, blah, blah. And people, average Joe, was believing in them. I know you are more educated, but most of Don supporters are still believing that yesterday there was some big rally and that John Kennedy and his son were coming to be on the rally. So QAnon think that they asked to.
Yeah.
And that Trump will be re-elected yesterday. Somehow didn't work out. Yes, it is for those people, they have to tell them, come on guys, shake it and know that your party is not thinking about you. They are thinking only about the big donors. So make sure that not that many of you believe in their lies.
Okay. I'm going to try and reword this one a little bit because I know it's a kind of a vague question at this point. From Charles. The Philippines will elect their next president in May of 2022. He's asking, who do you see winning? I'm going to kind of rephrase that a little bit. What type of person do you see winning, I guess? Or can you see any personality traits of the person that
because
will be
right
elected?
now the guy is three cards.
2, 3.
Dark cards in the history, so be careful because there will be a lot of misinformations and washing the board. So you have blackboard,
yeah.
and some letter A was upside down and someone is washing it off. So there will be so many disinformation, but they will go different direction. Eventually the two parties will connected. Something about 2 and 2. Yes, so there will be first that the two parties will be friends and then two parties will be connected together. So I don't know if it will be even one party. That can be possible, but there will be something that people will reunite it with love and this president, it's so much like Trump, so that they will be looking for someone who will be good, bad for the drug people, but as well much nicer for the average Joe.
Okay, thank you for that question, Charles. From Sharon, as Biden's administration goal for cybersecurity is designing cybersecurity system to assume all computer network activity is malicious until users prove it isn't, kind of like that guilty until proven innocent. Will the USA...
Sorry, I have extreme headache. 1 second.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I should. Okay. It's okay.
Did this trigger it, I wonder?
I don't know.
Okay.
Again, please. I
felt from the beginning?
So dizzy for a moment, so I don't know why. Yes, okay. Please.
Okay, so I'm going to restart. So the Biden administration goal for cybersecurity is designing a cybersecurity system to assume all computer network activity is malicious until users prove it isn't. So again, like guilty until proven innocent, like that type of thinking. Will the U.S. implement this? And if so, will they keep it as a standard operation for the USA?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
They will try. They will be aiming, but it's still that their dots will be going different directions. So I don't know if they will be very successful. They need to lean for the big finances for security. The whole world is experiencing that thing, and they have to use the legal powers to watch those hackers. It will be very hard to achieve the goals.
Okay. Okay, I've got one last question. Thank you to everyone that sent in questions. If you didn't hear your question yet today, don't worry. I do try and hold on to them as long as they stay relevant. Time limits, right? So the last one I have for us today is from Janice. So her question is, can you read on the fate of the kidnapped victims in Haiti and if they will be rescued? So I don't know if you heard this story. There was a group of missionaries. Yeah.
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and I said that the man who is holding them will be eventually killed. That's what I said before. And they are still held under the trigger, so they are still alive. And eventually they will be go free. Angel of Swords will be protecting them. And the big boss, the guy who is doing this, it will have to, I don't know if they will be able to hold him accountable. Maybe that's the big boss, the USA government will be able to figure out how to deal with him and eventually dismiss him, because what's going on in Haiti is horrific. So many people are kidnapped all the time, and
this was a large group, and like women, men, children,
and one Canadian.
Group. Yeah,
13 people, I think. Yeah, it's getting to the point, and that doesn't help when they are using cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
So they have to do something about that way of paying people, because it's not traceable.
Yeah.
Okay, we will do the. I will just put the cards away. For a moment, I felt kind of. Please pray for safety of those people, for good outcome. In our live stream, we were talking about how collaboration of people, positive thinking can influence good outcome. The manifestation. The answer was the symbol of liberty, which was kind of connecting. Everyone was believing in that, and everyone was kind of successful when they started the new life, because everyone wanted to be successful. So it was helping people to think positive, and we have to start thinking the positive way.
And have hope.
And I want to send the best energy to those people who are still kept as hostages, so they will feel strong and powerful with the ability to survive. And to everyone who is on any distraction, we want to help everyone who has mental problems, to help them to survive any bad outcome in their lives, so they can feel better about believing in better future. We love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning to us, and we appreciate your being with us.
Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share.
Thank you. And write comments, yes.
Yeah. Thanks all so much.
Thank you so much. See you next week.